You're using Thetis Grimoire all wrong. Let's talk about it. Let's get YouTube, NoGoodEman coming with you today with an in-depth guide on Thetis Grimoire. So the SSR water book that's been here since day one. We're going to talk about this lovely weapon and how you want to use it to its maximum potential. But before we get into any of that, make sure you leave a like on the video. If you're new, consider subscribing to the channel, turning on those post notifications so you can know each and every time we go live. Last but not least, join that Discord server, the NoGoodEman Mafia. But guys, let's talk about this. So as we can see here, this grimoire contains records of a water dragon called Leviathan. There's a gem called Tears of the Vast Sea on the cover of the grimoire, but it lost its glimmer after recording that the water dragon went rampant. So that's just a little bit of lore, not really important to the video, but it's obviously fun to read. And then here's the codex. We're not gonna read all this though. But guys, from A0 to A5, this is definitely my favorite SSR weapon. I am very biased. If you join the live streams, you guys know how much I'm rocking with the grimoire. I bring it to everything I can. Even on days that power destruction has a strength against water, I'm still trying to bring the grimoire. But guys, let's talk about why it's so broken and why I do this. First and foremost, when it comes to the skills, make sure you're upgrading this water spray as high as possible. As you can see here, I'm level 7 currently en route of level 8. I'm not sure if I'm gonna level this up all the way to level 8 though. It is a nice damage increase, like 115%. That's kind of crazy, but level 7 is definitely a good spot to have that. And then the core and basic attacks, I have that as well. And then if we preview these moves, you guys know we have just the switch in move, and then this is gonna freeze opponents. And then we have the core attack, which is just a burst from the ground. And then of course, just the basic attacks, the stage 1, the stage 2, and the stage 3. And then, like I said, we're upgrading that 5, and 7. I'm pretty sure it's very similar on the free-to-play account as well. This might not just be as high as level 7, but they're at least over level 4, guys. And that's because it's very big. You definitely want to use this grimoire to its maximum potential. But now that we talked that, let's talk about the passives and the advancement skills. So first and foremost, when you use water spray, it has a 100% chance to apply the cold ice effect to the target. And what that does, it'll freeze the target and interrupt them. This next part is more important though. When this effect ends, it deals additional damage to the target equal to 10% of the damage taken during the duration. So while they were frozen, you guys will be able to get a stacked on 10% of the damage after they get unfrozen. So what does this mean? Well, there's a lot of ways we can combo this. There's a lot of ways we can interpret this. My personal favorite method is when I'm dealing with bosses, I'm gonna get an extreme evasion, I'm gonna get a shadow step, and then I'm gonna either, if I'm using the plum sword, I'm gonna full bloom into the grimoire, into the ult. Maybe I don't have the plum, maybe I don't have the plum on it's still trying to cool down or whatever. Then I'm gonna shadow step, grimoire, then ult, guys. Let's say my ult does 1,000,000 damage. If my ult does 1,000,000 damage and I did that while they were frozen, when they get unfrozen, I'm doing 100k damage on top of that. So guys, you can see how the damage stacks, guys. A lot of people might not have known that, but it's very important that you're utilizing that to the best of your ability. Let's talk about the advancement 1 skill now. So this will apply the deep erosion effect targets to targets with the cold ice effect. And what this is, it will increase damage taken by targets that have elemental weaknesses by 24%. This is big. This one's big. So what this means, if let's say there's a water weakness to whatever boss that I'm fighting, not only is it stacking on with this 10%, now I'm getting another boost of 24% if they do have a water weakness. But I believe this applies to pretty much any other boss that has a weakness. So let's say I'm dealing with a boss that's weak to wind, and I bring the West Wind and the Thetis Grimoire. So I can hit him with the grimoire, and then for the next, what does it say, 15 seconds, I can combo up any elemental weakness with that. So I can use a West Wind stack, I can snipe with the West Wind, and I'm getting an increase of 24%. Guys, this is big. Even at advancement 1, being able to do this is very insane. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that. This will help you get a nice stack onto that damage. The advancement 2, there's honestly not too much to talk about here. It'll just increase the water damage by 10%, but it's not bad. But we know the advancements, the best advancements are like A1, A3, and then A5. Now let's talk about A3. So when cold ice effects ends, it increases the user's additional damage to 20%. Another big one. So if you can get this to A3, dude, the amount of damage you're going to be doing is going to be unreal. I'm talking unreal, guys. I got the A3 Grimoire on my free-to-play account, and let me say I'm the luckiest man alive, because I don't think I'd rather ask for any A3 SSR first than Thetis Grimoire. Look, if I don't even pull any other SSR A3 on the free-to-play account, I don't mind, because this A3 will get us a long way. I'm telling you guys. Advancement 4 decreases the cooldown on water spray by 20%. Yeah, that's all cool. And then advancement 5, we're talking increases damage dealt to frozen targets by 50%. Are you kidding me, bro? This is mental. This is insane, dude. There is no way we're talking 50%. So as you can see here, we're on this free-to-play, my level 80 Sun Jinu, or not free-to-play, pay to win. And we have the Grimoire A6. So after you guys get it after A5, let's say you pull it after A5, this will just increase your attack, defense, and HP by 3%. And then that'll happen onward and onward as you pull it, and then you have the max of advancement 10, so you have an ability to stack up to 15% on your attack, defense, and HP, and that's big itself. So with this, let's go ahead and get into some testing. I'm gonna head to Battle for the Trials on the floor, I believe it's 25, which is the big ass DPS bear. All right, let's get into this testing. So my first test is gonna be just using the Grimoire in base, no Shadow Step, no Full Bloom, but best combos is probably for crit rate and crit damage is going to be using the Plum Sword with the Grimoire. So let's go ahead and use the Grimoire just first and initially, and let's scale the damage there. So looks like 1.6 million, not bad, not bad. Now let's hit a retry, and then let's get a Shadow Step, and then use the Grimoire and see the damage difference there. And it's gonna be a little big, I'm telling you guys. So we're talking a 60% defense decrease. This is gonna be big. Let's let this big ass bear go ahead and attack us with whatever weak ass move he's got. Looks like a pounce. Let's go ahead, boom. And then into the Grimoire once more. What's that damage looking like? It looks like 2.3 million. And then the final test, we're gonna go ahead and then Full Bloom into the Grimoire. Of course, starting it off with a Shadow Step to give you guys the full idea. So this is how I maximize the damage. So we just went from 1.6, 2.3, and now what's the final damage? Let's wait and see. Full Bloom. That looks like 2.4, but mind you, we just did 2.4 on the Full Bloom, so that's really near 5 million damage, guys. So you definitely need to be rocking it out. I mean, this Alpha Bear has 56% of his break gauge left. He's mad as hell at me, going berserk, doing his own thing. Let's go ahead and finish him off though. Summon the shadows, jump him, do as much damage as possible, really. I can't even see the number. What's that, 3.1? 3.1 it looks like. We go ahead and finish the bear off. And yeah, guys, that's basically how you want to maximize damage with the Thetis Grimoire. Definitely one of my favorite SSR weapons all time in the game. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts below and write it. Be sure to leave a like on the video. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on those post notifications so you don't miss another upload. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.